Oh, what up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a story time, and we're just going to have this game going on in the background. Today's story is actually going to be the times, multiple, that I've met a Coke dealer in a bathroom at a bar. Um, Now, I don't know if this is a normal thing that people encounter on a consistent basis. Um, but I personally think it's quite funny that I encountered a coke dealer in a bathroom on two separate occasions in two different states. Um, but let me know if this is actually a normal thing. The first time that this happened, I was down in Texas for spring break, 2022 or 2023. It was somewhere along those lines. I forget exactly where we were in Texas. Oh, hello, Obi-Wan. But that's not necessary. It was Corpus Christi. We were down in Corpus Christi, Texas for spring break. And on one of the nights that we went there, we went bar hopping, obviously, because that's what you do when you're on spring break. And I had freshly turned 21. I was not really familiar with the bars. But that's just a side note. Um, so we go to this one bar called, I want to think it was called The Ranch or something like that. I'm not entirely, I believe that was the name. And, we're there throughout the night. There's roughly eight or us or so. Um, and we're out there hanging out, having a fun time drinking. And it gets to a certain point of the night. um, oh, hello. Where I got to go to the bathroom. Oh, and then just for a little bit of more context, um, kind of how the conversation started. I was wearing a cutoff um that entire trip because we all got really bad sunburn because we decided to go to the beach when the UV was roughly 9 and we didn't wear any sunscreen because it wasn't hot outside. It was only like 70 degrees outside and we're like, "Oh, we don't need sunscreen. We'll be fine." So it's not really important to the story, but it is at the same time, because it kind of explains where the whole thing started from. So I go to the bathroom, and I do my biz and everything, and as I'm leaving, this one dude, goes, "Wow, dude, you look pretty swole and everything." He goes, "I want to get jacked like you. You're jacked." And I started going like, "Oh my God, thank you." And I think I said, "No, no, no, I'm not jacked." Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't always know how to respond when people tell me that I'm jacked because it makes me feel awkward sometimes. Because I'm like, "Yeah, I know, but like we don't gotta." And I'm getting derailed from the story. But anyways, um. I'm in there washing my hands, and now I'm having a full blown conversation with this guy because he's talking to me about the gym and asking me, tips and pointers and everything. And I'm talking to him. I'm drunk, and I'm like talking about the gym, anyways. And then all of a sudden, he goes, "Hey, you want a white man drug? You want some cocaine?" He goes, "It's a white man drug." And I go, "No, thank you." I'm like, "That's not really my thing. I'm just here to drink." And he goes, "I, whatever you say, man." But he goes, "Add me on Snapchat, if you change your mind." And I didn't really know what to do in this situation. And I thought the safest thing to do would be to add him on Snapchat. To preference, I do not have him on Snapchat anymore. I did remove him once I was out of the state. Um, but I did have him added on Snapchat for period of time. I never asked him for coke. Okay, I never talked to him. I just want to preference that. Um, but the thing is, after we're there. After I get out of the bathroom and I add him on Snapchat, and we're kind of going about our night, doing our thing, the group of us, and then we're like, all right, let's go home. And so we call the Uber, and then we go outside to wait for the Uber, and there are, I shit you not, five state police or sheriff, whatever, um, vans right outside, and there were like 10 sheriffs or whatever just outside the bar. And we were like, yeah, now might be a really good time to leave because what the fuck is going on? Um, but yeah, that's the end of that story. Added the coke dealer on Snapchat down in Texas, and later saw a lot of drug dealers. Not drug dealers. Sheriff deputies and all those guys, right outside. So that was maybe connected. Who's to say? I don't know. I left. But anyways, the second story, um, that's gonna happen, um, this was a while ago. I went down to the bars, okay? And I forget exactly what the occasion was. I just know that I went down to the bars. Um, and as I'm, at the bar, just drinking and everything, I once again decide that I need to use the bathroom. All right, Mother Nature has called, and I need to go to the bathroom. And I go stand by the door, but it's locked, and there's a line, and I'm like, that's really weird. I wonder what's going on. Now, in the back of my mind, as like the door was locked, I did start to get some sneaky suspicions. I'm like, locked bathroom door of a men's bathroom in a bar. I'm not no detective, but I think I can put two and two together that there's something suspicious going on right now. Um, so I'm waiting and everything. There's another dude in front of me, and we're kind of like, yeah, we're just kind of waiting. Door's locked. And one of the bouncers walks past and goes, "What's going on in there?" We're like, "I don't know. The door's locked. We're just trying to use the bathroom." He goes, "Oh, I know what's up." And he pulls out a key or he knocks on the door, whatever happened, and he manages to get the door open and everything, and like three dudes come out laughing and shit. I'm three grown men. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what three grown men are going into a bathroom together and locking the door and coming out laughing without some sort of funny business going on. All right, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Um, so they come out of the bathroom and my drunk ass is like, "Oh, door's open. Time to go inside the bathroom and go take a piss." And I go to the bathroom and everything, and I start washing my hands. And my dumbass, because I was drunk and I also thought it was funny, and I was thinking of Phineas and Ferb at the time, when I go to wash my hands, the bouncer is standing right there, also drying his hands. And I went, man, if I had a nickel for every time I witnessed a coke deal in a bathroom, I'd have 2 nickels, which I know isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. And I said that to him. He goes, "You saw what?" And I go, "Oh." And at first I thought, I was like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna have to give like a report or some shit." And I was like, "Oh no, I'm just joking. I'm just making a joke right now, man." And he's like, "No, no, no. What'd you see?" And everything. I'm like, "I don't know." And then all of a sudden, two dudes walk into the bathroom and they close the fucking door and shit. And this one guy pulls out a baggie of this white powder and shit. He goes, "You guys ready to get going?" And one of them looks at me and I go, "Whoa, whoa, 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 man." I'm like, "I'm not about that life." I'm like, That's all you guys." And he goes, "Are you sure you don't want some?" I go, "Hey, man, I don't give a fuck what you do." What are you doing, bro? This is what happens when you do too much fucking coke, bro. We're gonna have to put you down. Yeah, we're putting you down. Um, and I'm like, that's not my lifestyle, man. You guys do your thing. I ain't gonna snitch. I just think it's funny, man. And I kind of push past them and everything, and I open the door. Now, the thing is, that situation could have gone south very quick, because they could have been like, "Oh no, you're not part of it," and you saw what the fuck we're doing. Nah, we ain't letting you leave. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure I could have kicked their asses, but here's the thing: Who knows what fuck? All right, whatever. They were probably all doped up on coke. They might have been able to kill me. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Um, but luckily, I think due to, like the first drug dealer said, me looking a little jacked, and I think me having a positive attitude and laughing it off may have helped. And I was able to leave that bathroom with my life. Um, so yeah, I think the moral of the story essentially is if you go into the bathroom and someone offers you white powder, the best thing you should say is no. I feel like that should go without saying, but clearly the people that are offering you the drugs did not hear that growing up, or else they wouldn't be the ones doing drugs in a bar bathroom. Um, that's really gonna wrap it up for episode 1 of Storytime. Um, I don't know if you guys are gonna fuck with this or not. Don't know what other stories you guys are gonna want to hear, because I promise you, I have a lot of different stories that I can tell. Um, I don't. Do you guys like it over the Star Wars Battlefront gameplay? Do you really care what type of gameplay it's on, or do you guys just want to hear me tell stories? Um, I don't know. Just let me know. But that's going to be the end of this one. And please do not do drugs in the bathroom. Thank you and goodbye.